There's so much drama going on right now.
Girl, she not ready to have her.
Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I'm back with another video. Now you guys, when I left you off last time, I was talking about Jeffree Star and how I was going to try the yak meat. I talked about Amber Heard and all that different shit that's going on with her. But I just finished watching Jeffree Star's latest upload and I have some thoughts about it. Now there were some things that I did not cover in my previous video that I want to talk about in today's video just a little bit, because some people are kind of getting mixed signals from me, because I commented on Jeffree Star's video and I was pretty much like, I never expected to see this type of video from Jeffree, not dragging someone and actually getting on the internet and addressing things in a proper way. And people came for me and they said I was biased and all this different shit. And I'm like, I don't understand how I'm biased, because I will literally drag Jeffree and I will praise him when he does things that are good. And I kind of like praised him in my previous video. I'm not going to say that I'm praising him in this video, because there are some things that Jeffree did that I didn't discuss that I'm going to talk about in this video that are not really that great. But I do think that it is worth mentioning and talking about when I believe that I have seen some character growth. And I do think that Jeffree Star probably has grown just a little bit. I think that he might have grown just a little bit in moving to Wyoming and staying on this ranch, being able to process things. Like, I think there has been some kind of character growth there. Does that take away from the things that Jeffree Star has done in the past? Absolutely not, and never will. And that is also up for your own discretion. I'm not here to try to change your opinion. I'm not here to try to like change your viewpoint on different things. That's not what I'm doing. I'm here to discuss what I think and then ask your feedback so you can tell me what you think as well. So I wanted to talk about a few different things that went on in this video. First, I want to give Jeffree props. I do think that as a person, he may have grown a little bit. He did say that he has ranch hands that stay on the ranch with him, but pretty much most of the work that is done on the ranch is done by him and a few of his friends, like one other person. And I think that that is actually saying a lot, because, you know, Jeffree Star is from LA, and in LA, you know, people flock together. They have the gays, they have all these different like scenes out there. And Jeffree Star used to hang out with a lot of people. You guys know that he's been friends with everybody in the beauty space at one point. But what I'm trying to get at here is I think that Jeffree Star has grown a little bit by like isolating himself and trying to get to like the root of the situation with him and other people. Jeffree Star is a Scorpio, so I kind of identify with Jeffree Star just a little bit. I do think that there's some things that we have in common just because we're Scorpios. If you believe in astrology, you believe. If you don't, you don't. That's okay. But what I wanted to talk about mostly in this video is the tweets that Jeffree Star put out the other day. There's quite a few. We're going to read them really quickly and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on them. So here we go. Now, keep in mind that these tweets did come out after Jeffree Star said that he was going to be selling this yak meat, and people were dragging him. They weren't being very nice to him. And to be completely honest, I still do not understand why people are dragging him for selling yak meat. A lot of people eat meat. A lot of people eat chicken. A lot of people eat cow. A lot of people eat bison. There's all kinds of different meat. I don't really understand why yak is where people are drawing the line. To be completely honest, I had never heard of yaks before this. Like, I've heard yak, but I'd never seen one. I thought it was just like a different variation of a cow. Don't come for me. I do not know anything about agriculture or raising animals. Girl, I have 2 dogs that I love the most, and that is really the gist of my whole like animal adventure. But Jeffree Star put out these tweets and I'm gonna read them for you. So here they are. Jeffree Star said, "I guess some people forget that it's okay to change your mind or evolve an idea. People are so fucking weird. It's a trip. If you're losing sleep over me, it's time for some self-reflection. The world is so dark and ugly. Why project your self-anger at me?" And I understand that. I do think that Jeffree Star has been like a target for a bunch of people because he's low-hanging fruit when it comes to like people dragging him. He has such a sordid past, and rightfully so. If you want to drag Jeffree for his past, that's absolutely fine, because there's some people that are not going to accept his apology and don't find it genuine. There are going to be other people that do. Question the argument, not the person. Here's where Jeffree kind of lost me a little bit in his tweet thread that he posted the other day, because I don't really feel like entangling women's rights with selling yak meat is really a way to get in with people, but he did, and we're going to talk about it. So here's the tweet. Our country is trying to take women's rights away, and there's already so much hate on the internet every single moment. There's no way people are actually concerned about me supplying local communities with food. I've donated over 1,000 pounds of meat to shelters, which is great. And I kind of said this in my previous video. If Jeffree's going to donate food and things that are going to help people that are in need, I don't understand why people are dragging him for that. If he's going to help people that are in need for things at this point in time when the world is so bad, I don't get why he's being dragged for it, especially when there's so many people that can benefit from what he's doing. However, I really did not like that he added in this about women's rights. That's so like completely different and like off topic from him selling yak meat. They're two totally different things. I don't feel like they really go together, but I'll leave that for you to discern in the comments. Then Jeffree went on to say, when I stopped eating fast food and started to care about my body more, I realized I wanted to take what I was doing to a different avenue as well, and it's been a beautiful experience. Not eating horrible meat from farmers that give animals growth hormones and disgusting additives. Now, I'm pretty sure that there's probably a lot of people that will agree with Jeffree on this, because because the things that they feed these animals that we actually eat and consume every day is kind of scary if you've ever looked into it. I try not to look at that because it kind of scares me half to death. I think we could all be a little bit more informed about the things that we consume and put into our bodies, but that's a topic for a different discussion. But I do think that Jeffree Star is raising a valid point here. Now, Jeffree quote tweeted someone that said, "I think it's the idea of publicly vegan cosmetic line versus publicly promoting meat consumption. It's a bit of a conflict of interest. No, I personally don't care, to each their own." And Jeffree quoted this and said, "I see no conflict. I chose to create a cosmetic line that doesn't torture and test on animals. We all know I've never claimed to be vegan. It's about evolving in the beauty industry and moving past old ways." And I feel like I can agree with him on this. This is a fair point. But here's where Jeffree Star really lost me. And here's where I saw like shimmers of the old Jeffree coming through. And what I mean by the old Jeffree is somebody that would snap on someone that would drag someone. You know that Jeffree used to be the first person on Twitter to call someone out their name, drag someone, make a tweet thread about someone. And I think that we can all honestly agree that Jeffree has not done anything like that in quite some time, at least over a year and a half. I could be wrong, correct me in the comments. But here's where things kind of went left and I was like, oh, little bits of Jeffree are showing from the past. So here's what happened. Jeffree said, "Stop using the same regurgitated quote from last year when I said all of my yaks are pets. They are. But months later, I learned how healthy yak meat is, and I started to appreciate learning where my food comes from. Educate yourself and not immediately lash out." So this person named Marika responded to Jeffree, and it kind of set him off. She said, "So you want us to believe you just randomly wanted a yak farm, loved them like pets, and then realized the good meat and profit?" And she used a gif of James Charles, which I'm sure was to get in on Jeffree. We all know the history that Jeffree has with James Charles. It's literally all across the internet. And Jeffree Star snapped and said the following: "I could give one fuck what you thought. You sound like a complete piece of shit and your existence is irrelevant to my world. Go eat some yak and take a Xanax." Now listen, I get it. I'm the first person to pop off at someone on the internet. I will say and do whatever. If you go low, I'm gonna go lower. And I feel like that's what Jeffree Star did here. Now, do I think that he's wrong for defending himself? No. Do I think as a business owner and someone that is known for popping off on someone that's wanting to build a new brand, this is a good look? I don't think so. But I'm not going to sit here and drag Jeffree for defending himself and his brand and what he's been working on for the past couple of years. That would make me a hypocrite, and I'm just not going to do it. And to be honest, I've been having a lot of thoughts and trying to reevaluate different things that I've watched in the past and different influencers. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I do feel like Jeffree Star has changed quite a bit because we don't really hear from Jeffree Star that much anymore. And to be quite honest, I do think that this possibly could be him trying to stir up just a little bit of drama to get people engaged again, because you guys know that Jeffree Star was at the top of the top when he was in the most drama. That's just how it worked. The drama was used to Jeffree Star's benefit. Do I think that he's going to get back into the drama to promote his brands and his yak meat? I don't think so. Do I think he did this to get people talking about it? Absolutely. That is one thing about Jeffree Star. He's going to give you a show when he gives you a show. It might take him a few years to do it, but eventually he will blow up. And sometimes it's warranted. I would probably feel the same way if I had worked on this for a really long time. I've been working on myself, and then just immediately off gate after I show something, somebody pops off at me. Of course, yes, I would be very upset, and I would probably get on Twitter and drag them. But basically what I'm trying to say here is I do think that Jeffree Star has changed a lot. I'm not saying that that washes away his past. I'm not saying that he should be forgiven for everything that he's done in the past. That's not my call. That's not for me to say. But my own personal opinion and my own takeaway from Jeffree Star uploading this video today, I thought it was a very well put together video. It seemed genuine. It seemed authentic. And at some parts, Jeffree even seemed like he was a little bit nervous to share what he had been doing. And it was a little bit refreshing to watch. But you guys, please let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I'm so interested to see what you guys will say, what you think about this. Like I said before, question the argument, not the person. Be respectful of one another. I would really appreciate it if you did. I do have a video coming out later this week about Audrey Mess. For you guys that are into the true crime that I'm doing, I'm so excited to share it with you. It's a really crazy story, and it's about diving, free diving. It's so scary, the things that these people do and how they prepare themselves for this stuff. And I really feel like her story didn't get enough attention that it deserved, because it's really crazy and it's really a mess. I'm still working on my Sinead O'Connor video. I'm like halfway through her book now. I am so like blown away. I never in a million years imagined her to be so like multi-dimensional just from that one song, but I've learned so much about Sinead O'Connor. I'm so thrilled to be putting this video together for you guys. But please let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about this whole Star Yak situation. What did you think about Jeffree Star's video? Did you watch it? Will you be buying the meat? Will you be watching this video? But aside from all of that, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.